If you want any chance at winning your Week 1 fantasy football matchup, you need to start and sit these 6 players. First up, start Ted McMillan. The Jaguars were arguably the worst pass defense in football last year, and they didn't make a ton of impact moves to change that. They specifically struggled against targets split out wide, allowing over 120 yards per game. James Cook is best off on your bench in Week 1. Baltimore had a smothering run defense in 2024 that ranked them first in rushing success rate allowed and rushing yards per play allowed. They're specifically dominant inside the tackles, which is where Cook and Buffalo do a lot of their running plays. Moving forward, start Stefon Diggs. Vegas has arguably the league's worst secondary, and last year they were terrible against slot receivers. I do expect Diggs to change alignments a lot this year, but early in the season, in a matchup like this, I'm expecting a lot of slot opportunities for Stefon Diggs. Next up, sit George Pickens. He draws a very tough matchup in his Dallas debut this Thursday against Philadelphia. The Eagles were not only great against perimeter threats, but also downfield threats in 2024. Pickens is going to have a much more specialized role that will have him working vertically, which is going to be a good thing, just not this week against Philly. Before I give you guys the next 2 players, make sure you're signing up to both Underdog and Sleeper with code FTP this week, as they're going to welcome you in with a free square like this, as well as up to $1,000 free that you can use for all your Week 1 picks. Make sure you're starting James Conner this week. Arizona established a very efficient ground game that featured a lot of perimeter runs last year, while New Orleans was absolutely gashed on the ground last year, specifically with those perimeter runs that Arizona executed so well last year. And finally, make sure you're keeping Tony Pollard on your bench this week. Not only is Tennessee a 7.5-point dog this week, but they're playing Denver, who was one of the best rushing defenses in football last year, and this year they got even better in the offseason, so they should be in line for another top finish. Don't expect Pollard to see too many opportunities, and definitely don't expect him to capitalize on them either.